Welcome back. Today we are firing things up to talk about a piece of equipment that is, well, the absolute engine of any modern large-scale bakery, the industrial tunnel oven. And trust me, making the right choice here isn't just a simple upgrade, it can completely transform your entire production. So let's turn up the heat and dive right in.
And I really want to start with this fantastic quote because it just perfectly sets the stage. You know, we're not talking about your standard kitchen appliance. Nope. These things are high-performance, precision-engineered machines built for speed, for quality, and for absolutely incredible efficiency.
To put it simply, these ovens are the very backbone of high-volume baking. I mean, if you need to produce thousands of perfectly consistent loaves, pastries, or cookies every single hour, this is the tech that makes it happen. It's all about combining massive scale with that artisan-level consistency we all want.
So how do these massive things actually work? In our first section here, we're going to take a quick tour inside the baking tunnel. And don't worry, it's way less complicated than it sounds. Just think of it like a culinary roller coaster for your dough.
Just picture this. Your raw dough gets on a continuous conveyor belt at one end. Then it travels completely uninterrupted through the entire length of the oven. As it goes, it passes through these different, super precisely controlled heat zones. It's this seamless journey from raw to perfectly baked, popping out at the other end, all ready for cooling and packaging.
Now here's the real secret sauce: multi-zone baking. This is the magic right here. See, each section of the oven can have its own unique climate. We're talking different temperatures, different humidity levels. This gives you an insane amount of control, and it's what ensures every single item gets the exact same perfect bake.
Okay, so you get how they work now, but listen, not all tunnel ovens are created equal. In this next section, we're going to look at the different types out there, which should help you find the right performance profile for whatever it is you want to create.
And this slide just brilliantly illustrates the two main ways of thinking about this. On one side, you have direct-fired ovens, the rock stars, right? They have burners right there inside the baking chamber for that fast, intense heat. Think crispy pizzas or perfectly baked flatbreads. Then on the other side, you've got the indirect-fired ovens, the smooth jazz musicians. They use a heat exchanger for this really gentle, even heat, which is just perfect for delicate stuff like pastries or cakes.
Oh, and the options don't stop there. Think of these as specializations. A hybrid oven, that gives you ultimate flexibility if you're baking a huge variety of products. A radiant oven is your go-to specialist for creating those incredible artisan crusts. And a convection oven, well, that's the master of uniformity, perfect for things like cookies where every single one has to look and bake identically. The technology is just so specialized to match your exact needs.
All right, now we get to what might be the most important part of this whole explainer. How do you actually make the right choice? This next section is all about giving you a practical framework to help you figure out which of these amazing machines is the perfect match for your bakery.
Before you even think about looking at a single oven spec sheet, you have to start right here. The most fundamental question you can ask is this: what are you baking? Seriously, the answer to that will immediately point you in the right direction.
I mean, are you making a dense, high-moisture bread or a light, crispy cracker? What kind of crust are you going for? A chewy one, a flaky one? And how consistent does every single unit need to be? Each of these factors, the moisture, the texture, the density, is going to demand a very different type of heat and ultimately a different type of oven.
Okay, so once you know your product inside and out, you have to get real about your physical space. This isn't just about what you want to bake, but where you're going to bake it, and importantly, at what scale.
How much floor space do you actually have to work with? Are you planning for a massive jump in volume next year? How important is energy efficiency to your bottom line? And, this is a big one, how will this new oven plug into the rest of your automated production line? These are the practical, real-world questions that really start to narrow the field.
So the bottom line is this: there's almost never an off-the-shelf, one-size-fits-all solution here, because no two bakeries are identical, right? The best tunnel oven for you is often going to be a custom job, one that's tailored specifically to your products, your space, and your goals for the future.
All right, let's talk about the payoff. I know, a tunnel oven is a huge investment. So in our final section, let's really focus on why this decision is so critical for the future success and, let's be honest, profitability of your business.
Let's just let this number sink in for a minute. 30%. That's not a typo. According to what we're seeing in the industry, that's the potential increase in your bakery's total throughput. That's the total number of finished products you can get off the line in a day.
A 30% jump? That is a massive, game-changing leap in productivity. And I love this quote from the great Peter Drucker because it really gets to the heart of it all. This isn't just about baking more stuff faster. It's about taking what you already do and doing it better, with more precision, less waste, and higher quality across the board. And you know, that efficiency translates directly into a serious competitive edge. You get incredible consistency that builds your brand's trust. You save big on energy and labor costs, which boosts your bottom line. And you get a scalable solution that can grow right along with you, making sure today's investment is still paying you back years from now.
And if we look ahead, these ovens are only getting smarter. I mean, with the integration of things like IoT sensors and AI-driven process controls, the future is all about intelligent ovens that can adapt in real time. Investing now kind of positions you to ride that wave as it's coming.
Which, you see, brings us all the way back to the beginning. We've looked at the technology, we've looked at the options, and we've looked at the massive payoff. At the end of the day, the decision to invest in a tunnel oven is a statement about where you want your business to go. So the only real question left is your bakery ready for its Ferrari?
Industrial Bakery Simplified.